Up the track map for me, actually. I don't have it. Oh no, I do have it. Yeah, I do. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Now, and let's see if we are live on the YouTube channel. Oh, indeed we are. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Just hang the link on the Facebook chat. There we go. There we go, then. Yes, indeed we are. Yeah, we are live. Woohoo! So then, don't know why I was celebrating like that, but anyway, welcome everyone then to the penultimate round of what has been a thoroughly entertaining BTCC Championship. Oh, fudge! I can hear my voice. Oopsie daisy. Right, I've muted myself. Lovely. And yeah, so penultimate round then coming to you live at the Blue Mood infield, the A section of the track. I am Sean. Joining me in the booth again is Liam McEwen, the two-time champ. How are you doing today, Liam?
I'm good. Glad to be at this track. This is one of the farm favourites of the BTCC calendar. Always throws up good racing. Sometimes a bit of carnage with that final turn. So
yeah,
3 good races, hopefully inbound.
Indeed, yeah. Just a shame we've only got 10 races here tonight. Just not getting a lot of numbers here, but hopefully next season, we can get a lot more, bigger numbers in there, because we know, again, Ewan Lloyd is still not racing. Probably something to do with uni work, and Leon Welsh is running a bit late, and who else are we missing? Jay Hardy. Yeah, and who was... Oh, it was one of the teammates for Edwards, but we haven't found a replacement for him just yet. So anyway, the points we come into this, the driver's points, is looking very, very tasty with, effectively 6 races to go. As Lewis Edwards, we're going to talk about him when qualifying, or just about when qualifying starts. He currently sits with the championship lead on 163. Then we've got a tie in second with 161 points between McIntosh and Clements. McIntosh has got 3 wins to his name. Clements has got 1 win to his name. So therefore, McIntosh got the most wins. He legit is sitting in second place. Ethan Graham, with a little bit of a decent Bathurst last week. Oh, hello, we've got a new person. Who's that?
I don't know why he's here. He's not racing.
He's not. Pop off, J-Dex. Anyway, Ethan Graham sits on 143 points, so he's lost a little bit of ground on the top 3 ahead of him in the championship. Tron Volbrecht, who had a great... actually, let's get him on now. Tron Volbrecht, who had a great Bathurst, because he picked up a win, a second and a 4th. Oh, and he's just been shoved off by Piper. That's lovely. He sits on 142. So he's a point behind his teammate. Liam New is thinking, oh dear, that's... we don't want to see that from Mr. New. Thinks he wins a BTCC race and he's going all mental in the chat. Deary me. Here we go. Right, so we've got Showler then on 132. Then we've got Liam New sitting on 103. Oh, there he goes.
We kicked him.
Oh, I thought Liam kind of scared him away.
I was waiting to see if he'd leave on his own, but he didn't.
Oh, well. Anyway, Liam New on 103. Piper and Hardy both sit on 99, but they're both not here tonight. Ash Sharp on 87. Leon Welsh... Oh, sorry. No, Piper's here. Jay Hardy isn't. But they both sit on 99. Ash Sharp on 87. Leon Welsh on 78, who's not racing. Ewan Lloyd on 57, who isn't racing. We've got a new driver then to replace James Hunt. Now, I need to find him. There he is right there. His name is Everett Van Til. So he is driving this car for the remaining 2 races. So we had Vestenborg last week, and we've got another Dutchie in this championship. So nice to see a new person come in. Hopefully he will fit in well, and hopefully these other drivers don't rough him up like what they did with Nicholas Cook last week at Bathurst. And also, well, Wilson, who's just, he's just dropped out because he can't handle the BTCC Championships, is still in last place in the points. To the driver's standings, it's still very, very close. Vodafone Nissan Racing, sits on 293. Ford Mondeo on 285. Then you've got the Max Power Racing Team Dynamics on 260. So still quite close between the top three there. Then there's a huge gap for the Vauxhall Motorsport team on 176. The Williams Renault on 165. Volvo on 160. And Team Honda on 123. Now, before qualifying gets underway, we've got some huge developing news that has happened prior to last week's race at Bathurst, and that involves this guy right here, Lewis Edwards. He has succeeded enough penalty points from last race at Bathurst, but he's concurred a qualifying ban. So the championship leader is not going to be attempting qualifying. He's going to be starting from the back row of the grid. And that's already huge for the championship, Liam.
It is. It's not something you see that much, but he was a bit of a naughty boy, and what's worse for him is he doesn't have any race 1 mediums where you can sort of soften the blow. He has all his he's only got super softs to use, so he's kind of almost wasting a set. I mean, unless he can get a crazy lap 1 and be up in like 4th or 5th by the end of it, but if he doesn't get a good result in this, it'll be a bit of a waste.
Yeah, so it's a most important race this is then for Lewis Edwards, since he's now having that qualifying ban. So we'll go through the order then to see. Oh, Sharp has gone off very. Oh, that's a big off from Sharp. Oh, he's still trying to hold on to it, just about. So we've got here McIntosh that's leading the way. Oh, he's just slowing down to let some cars go by. In fact, there's a bit of a car park here just around towards the hairpin. So here we go. We've got Volbrecht, who was very impressive at Bathurst a week ago. He sits on the super soft tyres. Everett Van Til, he's also on super softs. Clements is using his second of the medium tyres. Yeah, so that means he'll have a race 2 for next week's finale at Goodwood. You've got Schauler on the super softs, Ethan Graham on the super softs, Liam New also on the super softs. McIntosh going for the mediums in race 1. Sharp is on super softs, and Piper is also on the super softs. So only who was it? It was
McIntosh and Clements on the mediums.
McIntosh and Clements both on the medium tyres. So here we go then. Actually, let's talk about this track itself, Liam. We'll ride on board then with Volbrecht. So this is such a fun track to race on this, isn't it?
It is. It's, other than, the 2 hairpins, it's a very fast, very short lap. A lot of it is sort of 4th, 5th gear corners, like I said, other than the hairpins. And you've got the 2 banked corners, because this is the infield of an oval. It's been one of the staples of this series, one of the drivers' favourites, and you can see why. It creates some of the best racing we ever get here. Yeah, indeed.
So I think last season we raced on the opposite circuit, didn't we? On the opposite side, and that had some great racing in that too. So we're just about to see from Tuan, who did very well last season when he was driving the BMW. He's starting to get the grips now in that Ford. Like I said, he's had a great outing at Bathurst, a second, a win, and a 4th. So he will cross the line and post a time of a 1:12.038. But that gets beaten just about by Van Til. But then Clements goes ahead by 27 thousandths of a second. But then Schauler just absolutely destroys it, doing a 1:10.8. Now, we did see Lewis Edwards doing a 1:10.2, I think it was. But obviously he's got that qualifying ban. So we're going to hopefully see maybe another pole position winner, because out of how many races, how many qualifyings have we done? 4? Yeah, we've had four.
5th quali.
Yeah, 5th quali. We've had 4 different pole winners as Schauler gets it all wrong and spins it around out of turn number 4, I believe that was. Yeah, indeed that was. Yeah, we've had 4 different pole winners: Edwards, McIntosh, Schauler and Volbrecht. So could it be 5 and 5, or will there be a first time repeat pole winner? Now, here we go.
Slipstream games going on here. Graham doesn't want to pass Schauler, who has damage.
But he's got to get going, because that damage will still be there, I think.
It'll clear soon, but obviously neither wants to go first.
No.
Graham has.
Volbrecht's improved to a 1:11.0. That puts him 3rd on the grid. But it is still Schauler by 22 thousandths of a second over Adam Piper. Now, does he improve on his 1:10.8? He doesn't. He goes half a second slower, but he's got another lap left as we've got 50 seconds to go. So as it stands right now, Schauler is on the pole, Piper second, Volbrecht third, Van Til having a great job in fourth place, Ethan Graham in fifth, then Clements on the medium sixth, Sharp seventh, then McIntosh in eighth, Liam New in ninth, and Edwards, who has that qualifying ban, will start 10th on the grid. As New one's very wide out at 10.4. Now, as he that could hamper his qualifying because he won't have time to do another lap. As we're coming down to about 20 seconds to go. And still, let's see then. I think it's going to be very, very close, but I don't think that Volbrecht is going to do another lap time in because there's 8 seconds to go. So he's just going to come across the start-finish line here. Yeah, I think he's just going to miss out here, unfortunately. But does he improve his 1:11.0? He does, just by a tenth, but still third on the grid. Van Til registers a time to go into fourth place. Sorry. Ethan Graham fifth. Oh, there's been a bit of a move. Oh, Sharp's put his Renault into sixth place. And wow, McIntosh on the mediums, fourth fastest.
Yeah, we've still got Schauler and Graham set laps still.
Well, Ethan improves to 1:10.6. That would have put him pole position. Yes, indeed. So as it will stand at the moment, we're going to have a fifth different pole winner in the five qualifyings. So Graham will put his car on the pole position, and it's definitely what he needed, considering he lost a bit out on from Bathurst a week ago.
Yeah, but the BMWs are very quick starting, and he's got two of them right behind him in Schauler and Piper.
Yeah, so Ethan looks like he's going to start on the pole. That's everyone, actually, because, yeah, Lewis Edwards is still in the pit lane. So Graham will have the pole. Then you've got Schauler second, Piper in third, Volbrecht in fourth. And you've got McIntosh, the first of the medium drivers, in fifth. Van Til was fourth for a while, but now he's down to sixth, but still a good effort nonetheless. Sharp seventh. Clements will be starting in eighth place. Liam New ninth. And it's going to be interesting to see what Edwards can do starting 10th on the grid. It'll obviously be a little bit more of an easier task now because, you know, we don't have 14 people racing, so let's see what Edwards can do on the first lap. We've seen Tron do he's like one of the most better drivers from starting last on the grid and be like second by the end of the first lap. So we'll keep an eye on what Edwards is doing. But there's your starting grid. Ethan Graham on pole. Then it's Schauler, Piper, Volbrecht, then McIntosh, Van Til, sixth, Sharp, Clements, New, and Edwards. 14 laps around a Blue Moon Bay. Infield A, the first race of 3. And we are racing, and as you said, the BMW gets off the line superior than the Mazdas. So then into turn 1 they go for the first time. It will be Schauler followed by Piper. The two BMWs then first and second. Ethan trying to stick it on the inside of Piper, and he's got the second spot. So, you know, good start there from Ethan. Probably knew that he was going to lose the lead off the start. But anyway, Schauler leads the way into this far sector of the corners. Oh, Schauler's lost it very, very wide and keeps it going. Well held, but that's going to compromise him in turn 4, and that's going to allow Ethan back into the lead.
As bad as it could have gone for Schauler, got the lead, but a mistake.
And he's been absolutely swamped. Volbrecht gets into Van Til. Oh god, that was a bit of lagging. Oh no, pushing and shoving out the hairpin. And wow, McIntosh really lost a lot of positions out of Volbrecht. He's down to last place.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one went round. Volbrecht came firing in, and we nearly had like 3 cars round. How he's gotten away with that, I don't know.
And also, Piper had made a bit of contact from Van Til, so the rookie driver already sticking his elbows out. But McIntosh was going into the hairpin third place. He came out 10th.
Yeah, Piper was sideways because Volbrecht was putting Van Til into him, so it's a bit of a concertina, and it looks like, well, McIntosh has already passed New. He's right on the back of Edwards. He'll obviously aim for Clements because that's the other medium runner, but he can get his place back.
He could do, yeah. BMWs do look very quick around, well, we just say they're qualifying, but it is a Ford Mondeo 1-2. Graham leads the way. Volbrecht in second. There's only 2 points separating these two. So I don't know what team orders is going to be around here, but crucially, the other championship contenders, you got Clements sitting 7th, Edwards in 8th, and McIntosh sitting in 9th place. So this is going to be some good points hauling for both Volbrecht and Graham.
Yeah, they're going to have to... I think they'll be watching on where Edwards and McIntosh recover up to. Edwards has to be careful, because if he causes another collision, he'll probably get enough penalty points to put him on a race ban, which would basically end any title.
Oh, yes, indeed, yeah. So Edwards is on his best behaviour. He can't afford another accident as he's trying to go around the outside of the defending champion, Chris Clements, and cuts to the inside now onto the start-finish straight. As Clements got the toe from Sharp in 6th place, it looks like to me he doesn't. And so the side-by-side, just about. And is he just going to stay ahead of Edwards, or has Edwards got more of an overlap on the inside? Yes, he does. Clements runs a little wide out of the first corner. May lose 8th place to McIntosh in the process. Ooh, this is a fast left-hander there, and McIntosh did the wise thing there, backing out of that. Oh, but gets into the side of Clements there. These two are the only drivers on the mediums. And Liam New, as McIntosh runs very wide out of turn 4. Now, is Liam New going to take advantage of that? Indeed he will. He's going to get 2 positions out of that. Oh, but drives nearly into the side of Clements. Oh, and... that was a... Ooh, what happened here? Let's take a look at a replay.
McIntosh came flying in, whether he missed his braking point or dirty tyres or what, but he's conceded the places, so all fair.
Oh, yeah, he just drove fully into Liam New. And Clements was like, okay, I'll have a place if you don't want it.
Yeah, that happened to me a few seasons ago where someone came flying in, spun me round. They ended up blaming me after the race somehow for them braking way too late. Oh, as the two Mondeos are side by side.
Okay then, so there's no team orders in at that camp, and Volbrecht takes the lead. Fastest lap though, set to Lewis Edwards, who's now up into 6th position. He's passed on the inside of Sharp, going through turn number 1. So Edwards, the drive up to the front. It's continuing, it's going up. He started 10th, up to 6th place, and he's got another 11 laps, so he's 3 seconds off the pace of the leaders. But now the racing's going to get a little bit difficult as Piper's trying to flash the lights to put Ethan Graham off.
His finger's glued to that X button. He's not even trying to distract people. He just, for some reason, just constantly hits it. Oh, Van Tel's got past Schouler.
Oh, he has done, yeah. That must have been at the hairpin. So Van Til, here we go, on board with him, just getting by the outside pole sitter. Oh, late breaking into the first of the 2 hairpins, and that's a clean pass.
Yeah, I think it was almost one of the ones he didn't intend to make it, but got caught out by Schouler's braking. Now, to be honest, him and Schouler are creeping towards Piper and the Mondeos.
Oh, looks like Van Til's having a different line into its turn 1. Rear end sliding out a bit on board with Edwards. So we've got a 3-car battle for the lead, a 3-car battle for 4th place. Sharp down in 7th, Clements still in 8th. And I'm guessing it could be McIntosh and New 9th and 10th. No, sorry, New would be 9th. And McIntosh in at 10th place. But it looks like to me that Volbrecht is starting to pull away a little bit from his teammate. No, maybe not. Going to the hairpin. As Schouler, looks like he nearly drove into the back of Van Til's Honda. Still riding on board now with the 3-time champ Lewis Edwards there. And yeah, you are right now. Van Til is bringing Schouler and Edwards. So that 3-car battle for the lead will become a 24-wheel disaster for first place.
And Sharp is not far off the back of Edwards, only 1 second behind.
Do you know, he's gained 2 tenths alone on this lap, actually, Ash. So Ash is getting some things going in that Renault. Let's ride on board with Ash. Hopefully a bit more, confidence has hopefully been renewed in him after picking up a 2nd place last week at Bathurst.
Schouler's going to go for it on Van Til.
Yeah, Van Til's looks like he's trying to defend here, which they really shouldn't be doing. They should be working together if they want to catch up to the top 3 ahead. But it's going to allow them top 3 to pull ahead. No, they're going to go 3 wide into the nasty turn 2. Someone's going to have to back out of it. Oh my days! No one wanted to back out of it at all. Van Til still bringing it on the inside of Edwards. I tell you what, Van Til's he's not too shabby to not give. Oh, and Edwards and Van Til's door handle contact. And now Showler's pulled away, and now Sharp is caught up now as Edwards outbreaks himself at the first of the hairpins, and Van Til gets the spot.
Yeah, Van Til's really sort of come out of his shell. He was a bit of a slow burner in practice. He didn't look too crazy, but he's really sort of grown into it. He's getting his elbows out. He's
gaining confidence.
Into the BTCC style. He's not afraid to go 3 wide or do some door banging to gain places.
Edwards sparking up the back end of the car off of that nasty turn number 9, and now set up another lap. So Sharp is now into the slipstream of Edwards and Van Til. And Edwards now having a look on the inside of Everett as they go through the first corner, and that is 5th place now for Lewis Edwards. Oh, that's such a nasty corner there. Oh, Van Til wants the spot back. Look at this. Oh, contact! Oh. Edwards kind of understeered off into the barrier. And I think
Van Til helped him into it.
Possibly.
It was a question of, was Edwards already understeering, or was he avoiding the Subaru on his inside?
Oh,
I'm sure he's probably not happy.
I don't think neither one of these drivers lift off for the first corner, because both of them did look like understeered.
I guess it just, I'm sure their onboard telemetry and their steering inputs and throttle and brake would be a big sign, but I'm sure the stewards will end up having a look at that.
Well, it's enabled Sharp to get into 6th place. He's passed Edwards. So Edwards' charge, the front is kind of stalled a little bit for the last 3 laps. He was making good progress, but he's having to find it a little bit difficult trying to get by this new guy.
Graham's going to be under pressure from Piper here. He's lost Volbrecht has driven away and he's lost the toe.
Up against the pit wall, and these two are former teammates as they make contact on the straightaway. Ethan on the inside, Piper on the outside, late breaking into the first corner. Piper looks like he just kind of lost the line just a teensy bit. Now they're going to be side by side, and Ethan barely holds on to that 2nd position.
Yeah, he's going to be under a lot of pressure now. He doesn't have a toe. The BMW is quicker than in a straight line than the Mazda, so I mean, it's from all the way from the sort of penultimate turn down to turn 1, you're flat out for a good 20 seconds or so. And then if they keep doing this, Schouwler's going to appear. Yeah,
he ran a little wide out of turn 4. Looks like we've got a good battle as well for the 8th spot there. Clements, New and McIntosh. So let's ride them.
Go with Van Til.
Oh, he does. The first of the 2 hairpins. Didn't get it the first time. If he could stick in the toe. Where's Edwards and all of us? Just behind Sharp in the process. So we've got a 3-car battle then, potentially for 2nd place, if Schouwler can catch up to the top to Graham and Piper. We've got a 3-car battle for 5th place, and we've got a 3-car battle for 8th place, which is still led by Clements.
Yeah, they're gonna. I think Edwards is giving Sharp a bit of a bump draft. He wants to clear Van Til.
Yeah, look at, oh my goodness me, they're going over to the left side of the track up against the pit wall. They're going to be 3 wide into the first corner. Who's going to be really breaking it? Sharp! Superb for Matt Sharp. He was brave around the outside. I tell you what, that 2nd place at Bathurst has really gained him a lot of confidence. Although Edwards is going to go around the outside of all 3 of them, and he's got his stick. Superb.
Yeah, Graham and Piper were fighting while that happened. They got super close on the exit of turn 2. Piper ran wide, and Graham's also running wide.
Edwards putting an incredible block on Ever Van Til. Van Til was not giving up without a fight. This is a great battle here for 5th place against the 2, experienced drivers and the debutant.
Yeah, Sharp pushed him by, and Van Til's gonna have a lot of pressure for the remaining laps. Unless a crash happens, you never know.
Oh, Sharp thinking about on the inside of turn 9, and he's through. Wow, there's been lots of movers and shakers going on in this battle for 5th position. They've really lost ground out to Schouwler because he's nearly 4 seconds up the road.
Yeah, that was pretty good and opportunistic from Sharp. Van Til had sort of forced Edwards wide, almost onto the grass for the entry, so he's quite slow in the corner. So they're going to be 3 wide again.
Yeah, they are, and Edwards again leaning on the bit of Van Til, and again Sharp does it again! Breaks really late at turn 1, and he's got his stick again.
Van Til's going to be up the inside though.
Oh, he's sticking his nose in again! Dearie me, this is going to end in tears. If they're going to do it, Edwards sideways, clips the grass, out of turn 3, and Sharp holds on, but Everett, you know what Everett's going to be like? He's going to come careering into the first of the 2 hairpins here. Yeah. There he goes.
I think that shows the experience versus the inexperience. Every other driver always put Sharp in the wall.
He's putting a Sharp in the wall, he did.
Yeah, I was going to say, it shows the experience for STDAsh. Just everyone else is backed out with a nose down the inside at turn 2. Van Tel's nearly caused a crash by keeping his nose in, and then he has just put Sharp on the wall there. So maybe getting his elbows out is good, maybe not that much.
Yeah, maybe showed the experienced guys a bit more respect, maybe. Probably a hang. Now look at Piper! Look at Piper! What about this racing for second place? Piper was trying to look any which way on Graham. Now, as Graham sort of missed the apex at turn 1, but he's kept it going. But Piper's
was very forceful there. He'd already moved to the middle and then moved down to the apron, and you're not allowed to overtake there. So maybe a little over the mark.
I just mentioned it as well with the chats here too. I forgot to mention about that, but we'll talk about the chat then at the end of this first race, because it is slightly getting very intense here for the battle for second place, as Piper is sticking it around the outside of Graham, but couldn't get the job done. Now yet again goes around the outside for the second of the hairpin. Now will he go for the crisscross? Nah, Graham's too far ahead. Back again with this battle for 5th place for Edwards. He's now found away by Van Til, but Sharp is still there as well. And Sharp will not be too happy what happened a lap ago with Everett, so let's ride on board with Sharp.
No, he hits the wall.
Yeah, both Everett and Sharp hit the wall. And
Piper's got his
Liam,
best run yet.
He does. He's got to go around the outside of Ethan Graham. Nasty. That's such a nasty part of the track, where you went from the bank part of the track to the flat part of the track. Now they're back onto the bank part of the track, and they're still side by side for second place. And Graham again holding on. 3 laps to go. Anyone's guess for second place, and Shaula is also there or thereabouts too.
Yeah, Piper keeps trying it around the outside, but doesn't learn from his mistake that he's just braking too late, and ends up losing it on the exit. It probably doesn't help that Graham has a bit of lag right now, so it's probably quite hard for him to tell fully where he is.
Yeah, that's also another issue. So it looks like 5th place is going to be the best that Edwards can do. He's now nearly 6 seconds down the road from Shaula. Although Ever Van Til's got a good run on Lewis. And again, Everett taking the high wide.
He's not chasing the slipstream. That's going to lose him a lot of time.
Yeah, that could compromise him, because Sharp could catch him up. And you can see just in the background there too, Liam New, he's also there, but quite a long bit away. Anyway, 2 laps to go. Volbrek with the lead. It is still this incredible battle for second place between Ethan Graham and Adam Piper. And Adam yet again trying to go around the outside. He's wanting to make the more impressive pass, but he just can't get it done. He can get alongside Ethan, but he just can't get the job done.
No, he needs to try it somewhere different. Spring a surprise. Graham knows where he's going to try and do it. It's always turn 1.
Oh, he's trying it again. Oh, was there a little bit of contact there?
I think there was, but I don't think it was anything major.
Could have been a bit of lag, possibly?
Potentially. Graham is sort of popping and bouncing all over the place a little bit.
Shaula's just catching there too, 1.5 seconds back, but it might be too big of a gap to him to catch up to Graham and Piper. Anyway, we're going to be starting the last lap. Volbrecht still leads the way. It's going to be a second win of the season. It'll be 2 wins out of the last 3 races for Volbrecht, and he's made a real strong end to the strong second half of the season. And again, up against the pit wall for second spot.
And yet again, he's not brake too late. But Graham's going to set in the apex.
Yeah, Ethan, vastly experienced. He is the Season 15 champion, and again puts another big block on Piper. And it's really going to allow Shaula to catch up if they keep blocking like that.
Yeah, it is.
Piper must be feeling so impatient. He's got the move.
Van Til's had Edwards off.
Oh, have a look at a replay. Let's have a look.
He was down the inside and has just gone way too hot in and had Edwards off. Edwards is flashing the lights.
They were legitimately side by side into that corner in Van Til's case.
Yeah, he's just gone too hot in. He needs to give respect to the car on the outside there. Oh,
Piper looks like Piper's through. Piper's finally got into second place. And he's going to get second spot there, so he's finally, his patience has paid off. Meanwhile, Volbrecht, second win of the season, goes to the Dutchman. Weaves across the line, left and right there, and it's going to be Piper. Finally gets that second spot. Ethan will be getting third place. Schauler across the line in fourth place. Ever Van Til, a very good debut for Everett for sure, fifth place, but could be under a little bit there. Who's that guy now? Ash Sharp will get sixth place. Lewis Edwards down in seventh. Liam New eighth. McIntosh ninth, and Clements ended up finishing in last position. So there you go then. Volbrecht, second win out of the last 3 races, and like I said, he's put a serious charges to the championship, you know. I mean, there you go. The last 5 races that he's had now, he's had a third, a second, a fourth, and 2 wins now to his name. So he's really starting to get to grips with that car now.
He is. He's been a slow burner with it, but he's back on forms. You know, winning races, fighting for podiums, and is it a question of, is it just too late in the title fight?
Possibly. Right,
but when people like Edwards and McIntosh have races like that, it's never too late.
No. So, will you do the unofficial results while I sort out the points?
Yeah.
And also if you kick out Brian too.
Yeah, I'm curious as to why.
Right, I'll just start the points. I'll just continue with the points and then you can do it.
So, Volbrecht, continuing his good show of form, wins over Piper, who finally got Graham on the last lap. Schauler in fourth. Sort of broke away from the Van Til Edwards fight and sort of had his own little no man's land. He was in the slipstream right at the end, but it was just too little too late. Van Til finishes fifth on debut with a bit of a dark cloud over his head with incidents with Sharp and Edwards. Sharp finishing sixth, Edwards down in seventh due to that collision with Van Til in the last lap. New in eighth, just ahead of McIntosh, who might have been a victim of Volbrecht's lap 1 dive bomb down at the hairpin. Seems a while ago that we had that. And then Clements down in 10th, but these two were the medium runners with an Edwards fastest lap on lap 4.
So, well, this has made the championship very exciting then as we go into the second race of the night. And this is how the championship look. I'm just seeing the chat there. Oh, Edwards is probably not too happy.
Yeah, maybe he had more incidents that we didn't see, but we saw him have 2 or 3 with Sharp and Edwards. Sharp is typing, so maybe he's going to put his... Oh, no.
No, it's Sharp. It's Sharp. Yeah, that's typical Sharp, that is.
Thought he was and
Ethan's wanting to fall for it as well. Oh, they want to get Ethan. They want to get Lewis really angry. Wow, interesting. Right, anyway, the point standing then as it is, and it's really shaping up to be an exciting finale come Goodwood next week for sure. Lewis Edwards still leads the way on 172. That includes his 6th fastest lap of the season. McIntosh sits in second on 168. He is 1 point ahead of Chris Clements on 167. However, those two have got the medium tyres out of the way, so we're going to see what they're going to be doing in these last 2 races. Volbrecht, with that win, has now put him 10 points behind Edwards on 162. Ethan Graham on 159 and Schauler on 155. There's now 13 points separating Edwards leading the championship to Ethan Graham, who's 5th. And we've got 5 races to go.
I retract my statement of is it too late for Volbrecht. I didn't realise he'd gotten that close. He's in it now. I thought he was maybe, 30 points behind or something because he didn't have a great start, but if he's that close, he is in it.
Yeah, he's 10 points behind, and he's got, if he's going to be using the softs to get in race 2, I don't know what Edwards is going to use in his tyre choice.
He's currently on mediums.
Okay then, right, so Schauler's going to be using his mediums for race 2.
There's a couple on mediums.
Yeah. So we know now we know that Clements has got softs the rest of the way now, so he's good to go. So too is McIntosh. Everett is using the mediums for race 2.
Now this is Edwards and Piper, so we've got 4 on the medium tyres.
Yeah, so Edwards going to be starting 7th on the grid with the slower tyres. He's going to have the race of his life again, I'd reckon. And you said Piper's also on the mediums too, so yeah. So as it stands, it looks like the 2 Ford Mondeos are going to go for the mediums in race 3. Sharp has got a set of mediums in race 3 as well. He's got 2 sets of mediums actually in race 3. So yeah, and who else? Oh, it looks like Liam New. Liam New is going to be racing on mediums as well in race 3. So here we go then. Race 2 coming up very, very soon. Edwards 172, McIntosh 168, Clements 167, Volbrecht 162, Graham 159. And by the looks of it, it looks like it's going to be Edwards out of the top 5 in the championship. It's going to be on the medium tyres. So we're going to be definitely seeing some movers and shakers come the third race in the Drivers' Championship.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting close, because he's not going to start that far up the grid. It could have been Fett on the grid, but yeah, the incident with Van Tel has hurt his chances in this race as well.
But it could be a good thing, though, for Edwards to get the medium tyres, because therefore for race 3, he's going to be on the soft tyres. He's going to be starting well ahead of the rest of the other drivers. With inclusion of Volbrecht, Graham, because they've got to use the medium tyres in race 3. So it might not be that bad for Edwards.
No, he might maybe make up a couple of places on the medium tyres or fall backwards and start towards the front on the super softs, but he has a habit of being really quick and having bang average results, so he's a bit of a bottler.
Yeah, those are the words there from Liam McEwen. No, I think you're right. He's always been very, very quick. When it's practice, it's always him. It's always him, always at the top. But when it comes to race pace, he just, well, obviously with this race, the incident with Everett has kind of hampered him a little bit. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting because he's had like a couple of sick place finishes. And a 7th as well on, and these were the tyres that he's raced on the super softs too. But yeah, and again, Chris Clements. No, that's not him. There he is, Clements. He's going to be starting last on the grid, and you've got McIntosh starting 9th on the grid. So it's going to be intriguing to see where they're going to end up being come the end of the race for race 2. Especially the first lap. They need to have a perfect first lap, both of them. Schauler stopping his car in 3rd. And there's a look then at Everett. Already getting his elbows out, but maybe just a tad bit aggressive, I would have to say, from Everett. He needs to tone down his aggression, if you will. There is Piper starting 2nd on the grid, but he's on the slower tyres. And yep, looks like the 2 Ford Mondeo drivers are staying with the Super Softs for race 2. So then here we go then. Big moment in the championship coming up. The championship leader on the slower tyres. The guys behind him all on Super Softs. Starting grid looks like this then. Volbrecht from Piper, from Graham, from Schauler, then from Van Til, Sharp, Edwards, New, McIntosh and Clements. It's going to be interesting to see what McIntosh and Clements can do starting on the 5th row of the grid. But again, watch that BMW of Piper. He'll probably be leading it going into the first corner. But also he does have the slower tyres, so it might not matter. Anyway, engine notes rise then, and lights out and away we go. And Piper didn't get a good start, actually. Looks like
nothing alongside.
It is enough, yeah. It looks also Clements didn't get a good jump too in the other BMW. Now then, the field make their way into turn 1 for the first time. Piper does have the lead, and Evan Van Til is going to go 3 wide in the Ford Mondeo sandwich. This could be hair-raising stuff. As I did a bit of a mouth fart, my apologies. Who's that gone off then? I think that was Showler. Yeah, he's on the mediums. Edwards down to 9th place, so he's lost a couple of spots, but he is on the slower tyres. Piper, meanwhile, still leads. Volbrecht second. Third is Evan Van Til. Fourth is Ethan Graham. Sharp in fifth. And then you got this mad dash for sixth from back as Clements is making a double pass, both on Edwards and from Liam Loon. He's made a stick. So McIntosh and Clements already 6th and 7th from the back row of the grid.
Yeah, it's pretty good starts for them as Graham's going to only back at the move on Van Til. He's probably heard about his reputation in the party chats, was maybe a little cautious about fighting him. Volbrecht is going to want to clear Piper. Both the Mondales are stuck behind medium runners.
As they go all the way down up against the pit wall. So Piper will lead the first lap. Volbrecht still second. You can see Ethan Graham and Van Til side by side. Ash Sharp going to take the racing line. Going into turn 1. Looks like it's going to be 5 wide going into the first corner. Sharp doing his traditional late braking around the first corner. Maybe he's just outbraked himself a bit too much. And now we nearly went 4 abreast then into the fast right-hander. They're going to go 3 wide now. And Clements, careful guys. Where's Sharp? He's lost out, hasn't he?
Yep. They were sort of 3 wide. I don't think Ash realised, turned in and has been sort of nerfed wide.
So problems then already for Sharp, unfortunately, but he will work his way out through the field. He has got good pace in that Renault, so he does look quite good around this track. Meanwhile, again, Piper, Volbrecht doing a little contact. Yeah, he does have him, but Piper's not giving up about a fight, and he's going to go into the side of Volbrecht. Now, meanwhile, has Ethan Graham got the pass on Van Til for 3rd? He does indeed. And Clements is up to 5th. He's passed McIntosh too. Bit of sparks fly there from Piper.
If you can stay close, you can repass Volbrecht. The BMW's the quickest car in a straight line. You could take first place back and be more of a nuisance.
Look at the field again going up against the pit wall. That's a close camera angle. Wow, look at them all having in the toe, and they're all moving to the right side of the track. And look out for Ethan Graham. He might go 3 wide into the first corner. It's all happening behind Ethan there as you've got McIntosh up again, brushing up against the wall alongside Evan Van Til. You've got Edwards there too, New there as well, Showler and Sharp at the back of the field. It's a mess behind Ethan Graham. And again, Ethan trying to get by Adam Piper as Volbrecht runs wide out of turn 4.
Van Til's going to look at Graham.
He does. And again, Ethan's a very good defender of this the track. There was Liam New just careers in to the hairpin. That's typical Liam New for you.
I mean, it's actually helped McIntosh.
It did help him in a bit. But Ever didn't like it. Ever didn't like that one bit, and he's got the spot back.
He obviously doesn't realise that McIntosh was pushed, because that was almost a retaliation overtake, which is a bit unnecessary. Because you can never just assume someone's done something in this.
So it's allowed the top 3 to pull away from this battle for 4th place as they're all up against the pit wall yet again. As Ethan all over the back of the medium tyre Piper. I'm impressed by Piper still sitting in 2nd place with the slower compound tyres. And again with this absolute huge mess for 4th on back. And is Clements going to find a way by on McIntosh? Edwards trying to find a way on the outside. Now has Clements actually got an overlap on Everett? I think everyone's a bit hesitant trying to get by Everett. Here comes New.
He's on the mediums. He's every right to defend, but he's defending just a bit too hard, firing in, and his blocking against McIntosh in the straight was a bit over the limit. He's
fallen all the way down to 9th place, but again, he's not giving up about a fight. He wants to get 3 positions.
That's caused Sharp to go off.
Oh, and did he get into Liam New? I tell you what, he is not frightened.
He's not frightened, but he's going to get a ton of penalties if he keeps driving.
He will do,
like
yeah. He's definitely going to lose the respect of the other peers in this championship if he keeps racing like that. But I tell you what, it's freed Clements, and now he's catching up to Piper. Piper's lost that 2nd spot now. It's still Foppendale 1-2. It's a Team Dynamics 3-4, and Piper's got the slower tyres. Clements has got the faster tyres. So hopefully there'll be some team playing going into charge here, and Piper should do the right thing and let Clement go by.
He should. It's getting all messy. We've got Showler and Van Til side by side. Edwards and Van Til.
Edwards was nearly squeezed up against the wall. Oh dear.
Van Til's been swarmed backwards. He's down to last.
Oh, but you know what Van Til's going to do? He's going to go absolutely careering into the hairpin. Here he goes. Yes, he does. Oh, thank God he didn't make any contact there. Thank goodness for that. Oh, he's trying for the inside ear on Sharp. And potentially Showler too. No, sorry, that's McIntosh. Showler on the medium tyres up to 5th position.
Oh, and Van Til's had McIntosh in the wall.
And Sharp's on the inside. Well, I'll tell you what, Van Til's going to get a qualifying ban for Goodwood if he's doing full time next week.
It's very possible. He's already had about 4 incidents this race.
Now ahead of Squealer tyres, further up ahead, that was Showler running very wide out of turn 1. And is that going to allow Liam New to go on the inside at the fast turn 3? Possibly. Sorry, that's turn 2, isn't it? Yeah, turn 2. This is 3. Sharp's been put out wide again. Now was the contact with Van Til, or did he just lose it on his own? He got a little bit sideways. Now, did he lose it on his own? I'm just looking at a replay.
Van Til to the side of Edwards.
Oh no, that's not going to please Edwards again. Right, here we go. Oh, is this coming to the hairpin? He's going into the hairpin. Oh my God, he's come from a long way away. By Jove, this I know this is meant to be BTCC racing, but this is not Destruction Derby.
McIntosh is working with Edwards to get past Van Til. I think they're just going to get by and drop him, but anytime they pass him, he just fires in a corner or two later.
He just kamikazes his way in. Edwards just left the inside open. Oh,
Van Til's put Edwards in the wall again.
I mean, Edwards was not in a pleasant mood before this race had started. I think there's going to be steam coming out of his ears. I tell you what, Van Til is really starting to open up this championship quite bad here. As Clements has found a way by Piper. Sorry to cut you off again. But Clements is all over the back of Ethan Graham. So this is a battle for second spot. And also setting the fastest lap of the race does Chris Clements too.
Yeah, you're right. Van Til is... Of all the people he's deciding to constantly hit, it's, you know, Edwards and McIntosh, 2 of the title protagonists. I think either we might not see him again after this race, or he is going to get a stern telling off and a lot of penalties. Yeah, potentially. Now, I've just seen further forward then, Clements on the outside of Ethan Graham. Oh, has he got it? Has he got it? He'll have the run off of turn 1. He's got it, hasn't he? He does. Has. Superb pass there. Clements up into P2. Well, what can he do but fall break? He's still got he's basically got half the race to go. Yeah, lap 8, yeah, we're into the second half of the race then. So Clements from 10th on the grid, he's up to second spot. Oh, and Edwards is back down to 10th. Yeah, Edwards is still in 10th place, but he's still having a nightmare trying to get by Everett Van Til as we ride on board now with Lewis Edwards. Look up further forward, then you've got the 2 Vodafone Nissans and Liam New sticking it 3 wide into the hairpin as Everett nearly careers into Sharp yet again. And again, this is the thing though, Lewis can't retaliate because if he does, he's going to get in trouble. As Liam New gets put up against the wall. Yeah, not sure how that's happened. Maybe he's tried to move or just been put there, but it's not ideal for him. Yeah, and it's not ideal as well for McIntosh because he's fallen way down the order, as you can see further up forward yet again. As changed different camera angles, and Ethan sticks his nose again on the inside. He's retaken second spot. The thing for McIntosh is that Piper is on the medium tyre, so he still has the chance to get 4th place, but considering his pace, he's probably not going to be too pleased with that. He's spent a bunch of this race being hit. Yeah, definitely. Without Van Til, he probably could have been around Clements and Graham. So McIntosh now in 5th, Showler 6th.
Sharp in 7th, Liam New down to 8th spot. And we'll have a look again at this battle for 2nd place as Ethan Graham parking the bus on the apex out of the 2nd of the hairpins as they go in towards 9. Flat out left hand then and onto the bank part of the circuit.
I think so the field has dropped Van Tel. He's 1.1 behind Liam New.
Well, this is probably going to be the calmest that ever it's going to be.
Well, you know what that means. Pole for
it's going to be it's going to be pole for race 3. Ali's on the super softs. Oh dear.
You don't want to miss that one.
Again, Ethan going all the way up in the inside of 1. Holds on to it. But
Clements has gone for
Clements
a fast exit.
Better run, better exit for Clements. This is just a carbon copy of what Clements did last week at Bathurst, because he was too busy trying to defend his position, and now Ethan Graham's been too busy defending his 2nd spot.
Yeah, his role reversal last week. It was Graham and Edwards attacking Clements, and Clements couldn't make progress, and now Clements is attacking Graham, and Graham can't hold on to Volbrecht because of it.
Fastest lap now set by McIntosh in 5th place. Now, is he closing the gap on Piper? Just about. Less than 3 seconds. So he's gained 1.5 seconds alone as Clements is on the inside now of Ethan Graham into 9. And that's 2nd place. Now, can he try and pull away or... Well, no, probably not, because Ethan's going to be right behind him again on this long straightaway. And you can see Clements already putting the defence in. Oh, he slowed down a hell of a lot to me. He looks like Ethan's back through.
Yeah, it's the BMW, like I say, quickest on a straight line, but with the long straight here, all the way flat from the last corner, it doesn't matter too much. You can slipstream past. As Sharp has passed Schouler.
Yeah, Sharp on the fast tyres, Schouler's on the mediums, so that's 6th place. And I did say at the start of the race that Sharp does have good pace in that car. He likes this track here. He did a fine first race. Looks like he's going to have another fine second race here, but unfortunately, he's going to be having the mediums in race 3. He's got 2 sets of mediums in race 3, so let's see what Sharp could do in race 2. Race 3, sorry.
Yeah, McIntosh is gaining a lot again on Piper. It's down to 1.5 seconds. It'll probably be another 1.5 seconds gain this lap.
And that'll be another championship point gain. Actually, 2 championship points. It's 13 points for 4th, 11 for 5th. So that'll be an extra 2 points if McIntosh can get by Piper. As we've got 3 laps to go. Yeah, so again...
1.1 seconds he took out that time. He's the... Other than Volbrecht, he is the fastest car on the track, and they are basically matching lap times. They both did a 110.9 last lap. Compare that to Piper, 112.0.
So I had to screen the tyres. I thought Schouler went off again. Schouler's actually catching to the back of Sharp.
McIntosh is about to be in the toe of Piper.
Oh yeah, he definitely is there. So he's gained at least, 5 seconds alone in a few laps?
It's been a second to a second and a half a lap. Because McIntosh has been a little bit quicker throughout the races in practice, but of course, a lot of that is your tyre compound difference, 2 steps softer.
So if I do the championship standings as it is, we've got 2 laps to go. As it stands right now, Edwards would be on 180. McIntosh, as Piper goes sharp left up against the pit wall, McIntosh will have the 2. I just seen how fast he is. Oh, kind of braked a little bit early out of onto the flat part of the track. Now back onto the banked part of the circuit. It looks like Clements has lost a bit of ground now on Graham. And here goes the crisscross then for McIntosh and Piper. And has he got the job done? Piper's thinking about it. And that's 4th place. So if I do the championship points now, Edwards would be on 180. McIntosh would be on 181. Chris Clements would be on 182. Volbrecht would be on 182. Graham will be on 176.
So 6 points between the top 5.
Yeah, and definitely with 4 races to go. It is so close.
Goodwood is going to be one hell of a round. We're lucky when we get a title fight between 2 cars in the last race.
Yeah, but to have 5,
4, 5, 6 going for it come the last race at Goodwood.
I think no disrespect to Showler, he's quite a bit back, so I don't know. He could be. He'll still be in the hunt for the championship, but he's going to be like a long way away from the top 5.
He's the Jensen Button of 2010. He's kind of in it, but he's not.
Yeah.
He's not the name you think of.
So Ethan then in second, and he's not got any pressure now from Chris Clements. So it looks like it's going to be another win for Volbrecht, and it'll be his 3rd win of the season. Back-to-back wins, and he has made a real statement in the second half of the season.
He has, of course. He's going to have the hard tyres, the medium tyres for race 3. So he might have to take some pain then, starting from last. But he's going to have some other cars on medium tyres, you know. You're going to have Van Tel and New up the front, so you could expect some sort of chaos towards the front.
Indeed, yeah. So here comes Volbrecht then. 2 wins out of 2 tonight for the Dutchman. He's going to cross the line, weaves left and right. He is in the thick of this championship battle right now. Ethan Graham second. Clements hits the wall very hard in 3rd position. There goes McIntosh to cross the line in 4th place. Piper in 5th. That's a solid effort on those medium tyres. And Sharp is going to get 6th place. Great effort that from Sharp. Schauler will cross the line 7th. Edwards in 8th. Liam New 9th. And the ever-aggressive Everett Van Til finishes 10th in race 2. But hold on to your steering wheel, folks, because he's going to be starting on the pole, and it's going to be definitely fireworks come race 3. So there's Volbrecht again, 3rd win of the season. He's just a man on form right now. A 3rd, a 2nd, a 4th, and 3 wins now for the last 7 races for Volbrecht. And it has really made the championship extremely close as we go to the last race of the night. So I'll put the unofficial results then for this race, and I'll just shout the points just to confirm it. And you could talk about the results from race 2.
I shall, once it loads. So another win for Volbrecht, a 1-2 for the Mondeo team. Clements in 3rd, McIntosh in 4th. Clements got the break at the start, McIntosh got held up in the battling towards the back. Piper in 5th on the medium tyres. Sharp also involved in the battling at the start, is 6th place. He beats out Scheller, who comes 7th. Edwards, 8th place. New down in 9th, and Van Tel in 10th, your pole sitter for race 3, with McIntosh setting the fastest lap at 1:10.7.
Well, I also forgot to mention about McIntosh's point for the fastest lap, because that has made it all the more interesting, because we have a 3-way tie for the lead. By my calculations, McIntosh, Volbrecht and Clements are all on 182 points. Edwards on 180. Graham is on 176. So yeah, there is still 6 points separating the 5, but we've got a 3-way tie for 1st place. McIntosh, Volbrecht and Clements. This championship is just getting better and better, like Liam.
It is. You know, we've got 4 races left of the season. We've got a 3-way tie and 2 other drivers just behind in the standings. I mean, this is one of the best seasons we're having ever in terms of
indeed,
closeness.
yeah. I think. When was the last time we had a championship that close? I mean, I can't think when was the last time I had this close. I would say probably season 8, your first title, I'd say.
Yeah, I remember I had to fight Sean Cole for that. I think I came into the last round.
Not that far.
A 17-point advantage.
Oh, okay then. Okay, that was probably.
There was the season where was it Edwards and Clements fought for the title?
Season 14.
The last round at Brands Hatch.
Season 14, that was, yep. But
yeah,
not 5 drivers. Not 5 drivers though.
No, it's. I mean, 2 going into it is a rarity. You know, it's usually wrapped up by sort of the last 2 races or so. you're great if you have 2 going for it, 3 is incredible, but 5, of course, someone could be sort of eliminated after sort of race 1 next week, but we will go into the 3rd round with 5 drivers still in it.
Can I put it in the chat just to let the other drivers know?
Go for it.
Okay then.
I'm sure they'll love the intensity of this title, which will either make them fight for it more, or maybe freeze up a little.
We want to see more aggression. Come on, Everett, do your stuff.
Of course, these are all subject to penalties. I mean, we're probably going to see Van Tel getting some, so his position changes might... Obviously, it'd put Edwards up in race 1 and maybe affect a few others around him. What was Liam New on in race 1?
He was on...
He's forgotten.
No, he used softs. This is, yeah, he used softs in race 1.
I will let him know. I guess he didn't know whether he needed to use the mediums now or had he already done them.
There we go. So let's see. This is going to be so good, this race for you. I can't wait for Goodwood, the finale. I don't want this championship to end. I really don't.
No, I mean, when it's this close, you just want it to go on forever and ever and ever.
Oh, definitely. So I think there's only going to be 4 drivers that's going to be on the mediums. The 2 Forbendale drivers of Graham and Volbrecht. You've got Sharp using the first of his 2. And Liam New is also on the mediums. So we've got 2 out of the top 5 on the mediums. So they're going to have to do one heck of a race starting 10th and 9th on the grid.
Yeah, and you've got New and Van Tel. New will be on the mediums, Van Tel will be on the super softs. Edwards will be on the softs, and Schouler will be on the softs in the row behind them. So I think you might see Edwards versus Schouler for the race win if Edwards doesn't drive off with it. Because Schouler has the fastest starting car.
Yeah, I'm just stunned how close this championship is. I've not seen, and this is like my 9th season of commentating on this championship. I've never seen that close coming into the finale. Oh, dearie me. So, Edwards then, a bit of a tough time for Lewis Edwards. Got that qualifying ban, and he's just pretty much been stuck behind Van Til for the majority of these 2 races. He's going to be stuck behind him again for this 3rd race. He wants to get by him as quick as he can, because he's probably fed up of seeing that car.
Yeah, he's going to hope to jump him off the start or something, but they've got very similar cars. They're both the 4-wheel drives. They start equally. Schouler will be the one on the move, probably.
So here we go, then the last race of the night. 6 points separating McIntosh to Graham in the championship. And this is the reverse grid order for race 3. It is Van Til on the pole, New 2nd. Then you've got Edwards in 3rd, Schouler 4th, Sharp in 5th. He's on mediums. Piper 6th. Then you've got McIntosh, Clements, and the 2 Forbendales, both of them on the mediums. Ethan Graham 9th and Volbrecht in at 10th. 14 more laps around Blue Moon Bay infield A. The start is going to be absolutely critical for Edwards to get off the line and just try and get away from Evan Van Til as much as he could. Lights out and away we go. Good start though from the Honda driver, and Liam New cuts down right in front of Edwards. Edwards in fact didn't get a good start there because Schouler started up into 3rd, but again it's the quickness of the BMW as he trying to go around the outside of Liam New for 2nd spot at turn 1. Nearly up against the barrier though. Looks like we're all nice and tidy through there. Sharp is trying to make it 3 wide into the fast 10-3. Put Edwards in the middle. Look at Sharp go. He is. Look at go on, Ash. Have a go, son.
Yeah, and Piper's found himself up to 3rd place as well. Oh, New.
Oh, New's weaving left and right. What's that?
I think he was sort of ping-ponged around and got very sideways.
Oh, even there. I think that might have been a bit of lag there, but this terrible start from Liam New. Started second, he's down to nearly last place already. Volbrecht has gained 2 spots from his start.
Piper's been the biggest mover, probably up to 3rd place from, I think, 6th on the grid.
Yeah, he did finish 5th in race 2, so yeah, he started 6th. As well as Sharp also, I think he gained a spot and all. And you can see Clements, so that's crucial though. Clements has passed Edwards.
They're going to go side by side into T1, the pair of them.
Indeed they are, so Sharp has now been dumped to 6th. Edwards does have the inside though over Clements into T1.
Schouwler's now into the selection of Van Tel. But how aggressive does Van Tel go, considering it's for a win? He was elbows out over 8th, 9th place.
Yeah, this could be a bit of a problem here, and maybe that Schouwler just needs to show, well, I was going to say show some patience, but then what do you do when you've got a guy careering and going into the hairpin? Here he goes then, again goes defensive into the hairpin, side by side. And Van Til parking the bus on the apex, that's perfectly fine, that's okay.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine, that's a move I do a lot. It's annoying to the car behind, but perfectly legal.
Oh, but he's run a little wide off the second part of the hairpin at turn 8. Little dab on the brake though for Schouwler. Oh, but Van Til hits the wall. Now is that going to give Schouwler an opportunity? He's going to go around the outside, the long way around, the long right bank down corner. It's going to allow Piper to get into the slipstream. He could get a double 2 out of all of this now, does Piper. As we ride on board, Clements still holding on. Schouwler now into the lead. Now he's got to be looking. He's fully
ahead.
Yeah. Now he's got to be careful. Here comes Piper, very close to the back of Van Til. Van Til trying to stick his Honda just in that gap, but Schouwler shut that door.
Oh, we nearly had Piper in the wall there. I don't think he saw him till late. Schouwler's probably answering on Piper to fight with Van Til.
Oh, he made a little touch there. Now into turn 4. This is where cars do tend to go off. And he's got by. But now this is where Ever Van Til likes to always drive it into the side of Piper. And this is where Ever will go careering off into the hairpin. But it looks like he's okay. Probably just could be down to nerves that he's racing against these lot, possibly. I don't know. First time, you never know.
I'm not sure. He's just driven into the side of Piper and that's lost him some time. He might start getting swarmed by the like of Clements, Edwards, McIntosh, and potential Sharp too. Yeah, 3 of the championship contenders all on the super softs behind him. Oh, Everett, be on your best behaviour here. Do not mess up this championship, as close and compelling as it's been. Do not mess this up. They'll all probably kind of want to work together to get past Everett. Oh! Sorry. That was so close to Clements. Edwards is going to drive himself into the wall. Edwards is trying to help Clements, you were right. He's trying to actually help Clements to get away from this madman that is Everett Van Til. He seems to have learned there. He ran Edwards off there, but he gave Clements the room there. Edwards has been very vocal about Van Til's driving so far, so I'm surprised he hasn't nudged him off there. Now watch out for McIntosh. McIntosh, he's going to go free wide into the hairpin. He's not nearly going to do a Van Til nearly. Oh, he's gone through. He's going to. Oh no. He got a nudge from Van Til, which might have put him ahead of Edwards. Yeah, and Edwards is going back on the inside. Oh, that's so close. And again, it's nothing what Sharp and Volbrecht and Graham can do about it. They're just there, just watching this battle go ahead, and just they'll be thinking championship points are wasting. I'll tell you what, that was good, respectful racing between McIntosh and Edwards. It is so easy. I've seen it so many times. 2 cars side by side through the final turn, and one of them gets slammed into the outside wall. Now watch out for Van Til. He's gone for the toe. Yeah, he's gone for the double toe. He's going to go really wide at turn 1, and again the rear kicks out, so that's not going to help. Edwards is back through, kisses the barrier off of the first turn. So there's a little bit of daylight now away from McIntosh to Everett. The only problem now is you've got Tran up into P7. So Tran's up to 7th place, and he's the best place at the medium tyres. Graham down in 9th spot. And in 10th place is Liam Noob, isn't he? And he's also on the mediums too. Our man who started from 2nd was down in 9th halfway through the first lap, so I think he was basically confined to a poor result as soon as that happened. He hasn't been able to do what the likes of Van Tel did, and stay at the front and fight the leaders for a few laps. Of course, Van Tel's on the softer tyres, so it's easier for him, but as he's dropped out the toe of the group ahead now, so he might be more susceptible to Volbrecht behind, rather than looking forward.
Fast lap then, set to Lewis Edwards, go on.
Volbrecht's lap times in the mediums are actually very good, an 11.5. I think Graham might set a good time here, he had Sharp's toe, he must have been held up in the middle sector. But Graham's passed Sharp, and how can the Mondeos do anything about Van Tel? They're 0.3 of a lap faster on the slower tyres.
Edwards is charging 1:10.4. Now he's freed himself away from the Honda driver, but McIntosh is keeping Edwards quite honest.
McIntosh could be a big part in helping Schauler win this. If he can hold up Edwards and halt his charge. Of course, he wants to think about himself as well. He is one of the people tied for the championship. He's got the person just a couple points behind in front of him, and then another person he's tied with 2 cars ahead.
And you also got Chris Clements sitting third, who's only he's tied for points, yeah. And Edwards is 2 points behind in fourth, you can see. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth. BMW is sitting 1, 2, 3, and 5. And Edwards in fourth. It's going to be his best finish of this race, actually, for Edwards, I think. He was 7th in race 1.
7th and 8th, I think he's had.
Yeah, 7th and 8th.
5th in race 1 until he had the incident with Van Tel.
But again, we're going to have a look at penalties come after this, so the points will definitely change come the finale at Goodwood.
That 7th in race 1 could easily become a 6th, which is a couple extra points from
1 point to be exact, but you know,
so it would be 182,
182,
182, 181.
Yeah, indeed. Edwards running a little wide out at turn 4. But I think, to me, that the top 3 have kind of evened themselves out. Not unless if Clements is getting closer to the back of Piper.
There was 5 thousandths between their last lap times. Piper's gotten a little closer to Schauler. It's down to 8 tenths. He might creep towards the slipstream in a few laps' time. Oh, a nudge in the wall for Schauler doesn't help. Well, I think Piper might have done it too, because he's losing more time. As may have Clements, because Edwards is going to jump into the toe.
I was looking at Clements, he didn't hit the wall at 9, but it's not really...
Must have had a pretty quick run out the corner then.
Yeah, it must have.
So it's a lap... gained and he's lost on Piper, who also hit the wall.
Right, so we're starting lap 8 out of 14. As it stands now, Schauler leads, Piper second, Clements in third, then you've got Edwards in fourth, McIntosh in fifth. So the top 5 then, just about less than 3 seconds. Then you've got Everett in sixth, and then you've got Volbrecht in 7th, Ethan Graham in 8th, and 9th is Liam New, battling side by side with Ash Sharp, who kisses the barrier out of T1 and slows down and lets Sharp the position go by.
Yeah, that looked quite interesting. I thought Sharp was going to career into that outside wall. I think McIntosh is starting to try and look for ways past Edwards. He was
quite a bit back.
A look in at the first part of the hairpins. Piper's in slipstream range now. There's equal cars for these lot. Ah, is that maybe why Clements is losing time? He's doing Van Tel's line and taking the high and then cutting low late. Because Edwards, I saw him do that.
Oh yeah, Edwards has caught up a lot.
Ton.
Yeah, I don't think Clements will be doing that line ever again, because he's gone under a lot of pressure now from Edwards, side by side then, into T1. Dynamics on the inside, Voxo on the outside, and Clements then holding on. I was just about to say, this could be a bit of a nightmare situation for Adam Piper, because even though he is catching to the leader, he's got his teammate who's fighting for the championship in third. So what would you do if you're in Piper's position?
Well, Piper's been a bit more helpful recently in, terms of moving and whatnot, but now that there's a race win on the line, he's absolutely not going to move, and Edwards might have a chance here. Clements ran wide out of turn 4.
Now, has that allowed Edwards to go through? He's on the inside. He's actually properly gone through. And now you've got the 2 drivers then that are tied with the championship now side by side. But Clements just holding on to that 4th position.
Yeah, and now that's the last thing Schauler and Piper want to see is Edwards clear behind them. Oh, McIntosh is on the inside.
Yeah, and Clements will give him the room. So McIntosh now up into 4th position. Doesn't need to go all the way down to that part of the track. Because you've... Oh no, I thought Clements would have been in the toe of Edwards, but Edwards is too far ahead.
Yeah, McIntosh pulling back a bit more towards the right for entry. Has he braked too late though? No, he's going to get it stopped on time.
So that's 4th place now for McIntosh. So as the championship stands, then as it is, let's have a look. Let me get my calculating maths out. So McIntosh is in 4th. He would be on 195. Volbrecht is sitting 7th. That would be 191. Chris Clements is 5th on 193. Edwards in 3rd with 195. And even Graham in 8th. He would be on 184. So about 11 points as it will be going into the final round at Goodwood next week.
Yes, the top 4 only 4 points apart, and then Graham just another 7 behind.
Actually, tell a lie, a bonus point as well to Edwards, so he will gain the championship lead with a point coming into the last round. I forgot to mention about the fastest lap.
Yeah, that's a crucial point for him if he can hold on to it. I don't see much beating it, although McIntosh is only 7 thousandths off on lap 7 from doing it.
Now then, riding on board then with Adam Piper as he's getting closer to the back end of Schauler. Schauler and Piper have not had a win this season, although Unity gave him one a couple of weeks ago at Barcelona there, Liam. But these two drivers that have not yet had a win to their name this season. Edwards, McIntosh and Volbrecht have both got 3. Welsh has had a win, Clements has had a win, Graham, McEwen and New have all had victories. So that's 8 winners that we've had in this championship. There could potentially be a 9th.
Piper got into the back of Schauler. I think they've been trying to work together to stop Edwards catching, because
Edwards is
just
coming.
did his fastest lap, but I think it's a little too late. He's almost in the toe.
He is, yeah, just about. He's round about off it now.
Yeah, it's about 7 tenths you need. He's 8.5, and if these two bump draft, it'll be going up towards a second. Although Schauler appears to be defending, so maybe not.
So we could potentially have a 3-car battle then for the lead with 3 laps to go as Schauler just goes up on the track on Piper. They're going to be side by side. Nissan Primero on the inside. Oh, that is so close there. They touch a little bit there in the middle of T1, but Schauler holds on, but the more time to be in contact. Here comes Edwards. Edwards then, who's had a miserable race meeting here, got the qualifying ban, but he could end up potentially getting a W out of all of this if these two keep messing up, which Schauler runs very wide out at turn 4.
He does. He's going to push Piper straight to the inside.
And Edwards is going to have the best seat of the house as Piper takes the lead then with 2.5 laps to go. But Edwards is now in the toe of the two of them.
Yeah, Edwards is the slower car in a straight line, but probably the one with the most traction. There's not many traction-based corners around here.
And this is going to be
go back.
And this is going to be huge then for Edwards. He will gain more championship points. It's 15 for 3rd, 17 for 2nd, but it's 20 for the win. That 5 points could be crucial going into the last round of Goodwood next week.
Oh, Schauler.
He's left the door open. He's left the door open to get a tow from Piper just ahead.
Now is Piper trying to give Schauler the tow back? He doesn't want Edwards in 2nd.
Yeah. Oh, side by side again. Edwards, don't make contact with anyone. You've got to be a good boy. Edwards now into P2. Oh, this is going to be tense here. Adam Piper, you've got to drive the race of your life to get your first win of the season, because Edwards, he will be absolutely steaming in the first 2 races. He'll be absolutely livid. He will desperate to get a win and to pull away in the championship.
Piper always hypes up his defensive abilities. If he's going to show it, it's got to be now.
Last lap of the race there, the top 3 then separated by about 6 tenths of a second as Edwards thinks about making a look at the second part of the hairpin. But Piper gets the good traction out of that corner. Looks like to me that I'm just looking back then at Clements. We'll have a look at the top 3 again, but Clements looks like he's not coming. Oh, he's touched the wall, and here comes then forces the issue on the inside there, and that is giving McIntosh an opportunity. Sorry, Schauler, that's giving him a chance here, and he's going to get the tow from Piper maybe. So Edwards down to 3rd place as we start the last lap.
Yeah, that's not what Edwards needed. He can still fight back. He's going to put
he's
it on
trying.
the inside.
He's trying really hard braking, and he's got the position back.
Schauler will have the faster exit though. Is he going to put a nose in for T2?
There's contact. They make contact on the door. But Edwards just barely holding on now. What can Piper do? He's got a few corners to go. He's got to defend his race now. But Edwards is looking mean. He's looking menacing here to get his 4th win of the season. He's going to go around the outside, which he'll try to go to the inside. But Piper parks the bus on the middle of the apex. Careful you don't leave the inside open there, Adam. Now it's all just down to the run then. He's got 1 more corner to go. Effectively 2 more corners to go. It's this corner right here. Piper cannot afford to hit the wall. Which he doesn't. Edwards does hit the wall. And that's going to be the race right there. So Piper's going to win. It looks like Edwards is going to end up crossing the line in P2.
Schauler has McIntosh behind. He's going to give him the place. He's lifted.
Oh, so there must have been a little bit of contact there. Oh no, Schauler. Oh, and McIntosh did some superb team driving there. Schauler did some great team driving and allowed McIntosh to get 3rd place, to gain a point, to gain 2 points.
I thought he would as soon as I saw McIntosh behind. Of course, they're allowed to do that. They're teammates. My attempts in Catalonia were a little bit frowned upon because I was in a different car.
Yeah,
although
indeed.
I am an AXR driver.
Yeah.
But they're completely allowed to do that.
And you got Volbrecht and Ethan Graham. It was 7th and 8th. They did the best they could do, but there you go. What a last round that was. And Adam Piper, 1st win of the season. That's a 9th different winner in the 15 races we've had this season. I think that is an actual record, I think.
Very possibly.
Possibly. I mean, we've had 8 winners in one season a couple of times, but I don't think we've had 9 in a season. I don't think we have. So there you go, then there you have it. And you want to do the unofficial results for race 3? It was definitely a lot more cleaner than the first 2.
Yeah, there's a lot less chaos.
Yes, indeed, which is kind of disappointing.
Adam Piper wins the race just ahead of Edwards, 2/10. What could have been for Edwards if they not touched the wall. McIntosh given 3rd place on the line by his teammate Schauler in 4th. They score the same team points, obviously, but Schauler knows McIntosh is a real championship threat. Clements in 5th, Vantel in 6th with a much more controlled race. No incidents to note, not that we saw. Had a good pace, was only 7 seconds off the lead. Volbrecht in 7th, Graham in 8th. These two have been somewhat inseparable tonight, although usually a couple seconds apart, but they've always been sort of next to each other in positions. Sharp in 9th, who just edged out New by 13 thousandths of a second, and it was Edwards with a fast lap with another 1 minute 10.4.
So then, as we go into Goodwood next week, the championship, unofficially, barring if there's no penalties that were handed out, the championship would look like this. Lewis Edwards back into the championship lead on 198. McIntosh on 197. Clements on 193. Volbrecht on 191. And Ethan Graham on 184. Barring no penalties come next week at Goodwood, because obviously they'll be announced during the week and all that, there will be a 14-point difference between Edwards to Graham, top 5, at Goodwood next week. It's... yeah, I think for the people that are watching this, I think you should go and get some popcorn for next week, because it is going to be a slobber knocker.
That's a word.
Yes, definitely. Indeed. Anyway, so we're going to end the stream because my dog wants to go walkies and I'm getting a bit hot after all these intense racing that we had today. Tonight at Blue Moon Infield A. So there you go. That has been it then. So we're going to end the stream right now. So I've been Sean.
And I'm Liam.
And we'll see you again. Liam. Oh, yeah, you have been Liam, yeah?
I've just told everyone my name.
Indeed you have. So, yeah, don't forget, next week, Goodwood. Mark it on the calendar, folks, because there will be an absolute belter.